Guys, Wayne's Butler here. As well, as you can see in front of you on the review table today, we're going to do a comparison between the Hot Toys quarter scale Batman and the Hot Toys quarter scale Boba Fett. Now, I do have some Enter-based stuff, but we're just going to be concentrating on the two, what I think, two of Hot Toys' greatest achievements. Now, we'll first start with, obviously, well, there is no comparison here. You guys know I like Batman more, so, you know, just don't get my words twisted. That is exactly the way it is and the way it always will be in this house. But I'm going to give you my thoughts on both. Now, this figure here, it's been out for a couple years. It's probably one of my, well, I wouldn't say famous, but one of my most well-known videos. At least that's the videos that I've gotten the most feedback from. And I appreciate all the love that people have given me over that. But, well, first to start out with, as you know, I like the Begin suit better. I just do. And, you know, I feel kind of bad, you know, I'm looking at this Hot Toys Batman here, and it's just, you know, I call it the, you know, the motorcycle suit. And I, you know, in some people's comment sections, I've crapped on it a little bit. But it's always been tongue-in-cheek. I mean, anytime I've ever looked at this figure, I didn't go, oh, geez, it looks like shit. You know, I've always loved it. And I still do today. I mean, it is, at the end of the day, it is the suit that defines the trilogy. You know, when they talk about this movie, you know, this will be the figure or the suit that will, you know, define the trilogy, like I said. Now, it's not without its issues, like it is with a lot of Hot Toys figures. Now, I know we like to nitpick, and me in particular, and I can't believe what I'm about to say. I know it's kind of hard not to, especially if, you know, you have a bit of OCD, which I do, and I have it with great severity. Fortunately, I lost a couple of relationships over it. So my OCD is always in overdrive when dealing with this hobby and these figures. Now, some of the main issues, or not really main issues, but one of the issues that I have seen with this figure right out of, you know, right from day one, hasn't distracted me from the passion that I've had for this figure, but it's got some proportional issues. But when you consider what has gone into this suit, you know, for a company to manufacture these or mass produce these things in the thousands, when you consider what has gone into this, it's no wonder that you're going to find some little issues here and there. But overall, you know, you got to just stand back a couple feet from your figure, look at it as a whole, and what kind of passions does it inspire? Does it fulfill your passions? Does it fulfill your need for that particular character in a movie? You know, when you start getting really close and start nitpicking at things, it'll drive you crazy. Trust me, guys, it'll drive you crazy, and it's really not worth it. You know, we spend a lot of money for these figures. Yes, we spend a lot of money. We expect perfection, but damn, perfection is an undefinable term. You know what I mean? What's perfect to me could be trash to somebody else. So, to me, from a manufacturing standpoint and as far as fulfilling passions, this figure here does everything in spades. It does everything in spades, and I'm so glad I have it. It'll never leave this house, and it'll always be displayed with great pride. Now, some of the other things that have come with this figure is the head sculpts. Now, I'm not going to delve into that. That horse has been beaten to death. But the perfect Bale sculpt has yet to be done. The Enter Bay has, you know, it represents the, you know, Christian Bale from the Begins movie, and the Hot Toys one represents the, you know, the character from the Rises in particular. But it's got an eye color issue. Now, a lot of you guys don't think eye color matters. Yeah, 1/6 scale, maybe it doesn't. To me, 1/4 it does. You know what I mean? It's just like you look at something going, Jesus, something doesn't look right. Well, when you look at the Hot Toys figure, or the Hot Toys head sculpt, that's what I see. I see the eye color. It's like, oh God, the eyes are too black. But somewhere in between Enter Bay's attempt and Hot Toys' attempt, there's the perfect Bale sculpt. The perfect Bale sculpt has yet to be done. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Maybe there's some characters that have features that are harder to recreate. I don't know why that is. I'm not a sculptor. But, you know, that's what I'm going to talk about in that topic. The other thing is the base that comes with this. Now, the base that comes with this, and then a lot of Hot Toys figures in general, is they're grossly out of scale. Now, the base that comes with this figure is actually in scale of 1/6. I'm actually surprised somebody hasn't taken a DX12 and posed it on the base for this figure, because in that scene, you know, after the explosion, you know, it's in perfect scale with 1/6, but grossly out of scale with 1/4. But it does achieve a job. I mean, Hot Toys is, you know, trying to create a package that we can display, and you're trying to create a theme. So it does create a theme, but like I said, it's out of scale, but it works. You know, got to hold your figure up. Now, the other thing with this figure, and as a lot of you guys have known, and I've said in some of my videos, is I hate crotch grabbers. You know, it wrecks that sight line. Now, this figure here has been standing for 2 years without a stand, hasn't fallen over, hasn't done anything. Now, the reason why that is, thankfully, I guess in some ways, is the feet. Now, that's like I was saying earlier about some of the proportional issues with this figure. It's a little clown-footed. It's good for standing without a stand because it's got good tight ankle joints, and you know what I mean, it'll stand well, but because the ankle joints are a little bit narrow on this figure, it really makes the feet look, well, what I call clown-footed. But it's not a major thing. Remember what I just said earlier, guys, about nitpicking. Try not to look at it. That's easier said than done. Anyways, still fantastic. Yeah, it's a little motorcycle suitish, but I love it. The passion I had for the unboxings, it still holds. You know, it still holds. But, you know, there you go. One of my favorite figures right there. So glad I have it. Now let's zoom over here to Boba Fett. Now it's a little bit newer figure. I think my review was back in last September when it came out. I bought the same reason why I bought the Batman. The detail. Mind-blowing. You know what I mean? Now, I'm not really a Star Wars fan as I am a Batman fan, but what had attracted me to this is just, you know, I'm like a crow. I like shiny things, or in particular, I like weathered things. And this thing, you know, it's the denting and the weathering and the paint chipping, done to perfection, and was what has attracted me to the character of Boba Fett. And same issue here. Now, I did say in the review on this figure that this stand was Hot Toys' best stand so far, quarter scale. It still holds true today, but it still holds true to the fact that it's grossly out of scale. The sail barge wasn't near this small, but it achieves a goal, it achieves a theme, and holds the figure up. It looks pretty damn good. Whether or not it's two, it's fantastic. I've had this thing in a number of different poses, but this is the pose that it's in now. I like the fact that the cape is wired. I typically don't like wired capes. They can be a hindrance. Oh, they can be your friend or they can be your enemy. It just all depends on how you use it. Now, I'm not if it comes with a wired cape, I'm not a fan of pulling the wire out, because then you're at the mercy of the fabric. Whereas the wire, if you bend it right, you know what I mean, it can be your friend. I know it's a little bit harder said than done, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't like wired capes if I have a choice. Just do the cape right to begin with, please. I know the new Superman that's kind of hot out in the market now. It's probably one of Hot Toys' best capes so far. I'm really loving that figure, but as you guys know, I'm not into the 1/6 world anymore. But I do remember, it's my first love. Without 1/6, this video wouldn't even be going on right now. Anyways, guys, between the two, well, there is no competition, like I said, but I wanted to bring this video to show these two figures together and get. I know it's a bit of a filler video. I have, as far as the Arkham Knight Batman deal, you know, from my last video, I am going to be going through the motions. I'm hoping that somebody will get that statue or piece and do a review on it before they get to my order. I don't know how it's going to unfold. You know, at the end of June, you know, it arrives in the warehouse in June, but it'll be a couple of weeks before they fulfill orders, and a couple of weeks before it even gets to my house, coming to Canada. So we're still looking at a couple months at least before that figure comes out. So anything could happen. You know what I mean? The next 10 minutes, unforeseen, can change our lives forever. You just don't know what's coming next, guys. But anyways, I thought I'd do this comparison between these two figures. I love them both. Anybody that has either one of these figures or both have two of the best figures that Hot Toys has done, in my opinion. And I think that's about it, guys. Up here in Canada on a Sunday. Looks like it might rain. Wayne's Butler, signing off. Peace and love to all.